Hello, welcome back to another video. So we're gonna be just jumping right into this because I've been feeling like this lately, just making a video about this, about forgiving others. And I don't know if you actually do forgive them, to be honest. So first thing first, I want to read this verse that I found in online, Matthew 6 verse 14, where it says, "For if you forgive other people when they sin against you, your heavenly Father will also forgive you." And this is so important, clearly, because first off, it's in the Bible, and second off, if you want to feel free, if you want to feel your chains literally breaking off, obviously there's multiple ways to feel like that as well, but I feel like one of the main things you should really do first is just forgive anyone who has ever hurt you in your life. And I know that is so hard because some of us have gone through things with from another person that has done such horrible things, such traumatic things to us, and you literally can't possibly wrap your head around, how can I even forgive this person? Like, look what they did to me. But the thing is, forgiving is not for them, it is for you. It is really not for them. It's for your peace of mind. It's for if basically if you don't forgive, you're blocking your blessings. You're literally blocking your blessings, and we know this because of the verse I just said. If you're not forgiving, God's not gonna forgive. If you're not gonna forgive that person, He's not gonna forgive you. And we also gotta remember, if God can forgive me with the amount of sins like I've done in the past, or the amount of sins we've all done, and all this other stuff, you can forgive them. Trust me, you can forgive them. Just like how what that person did to you, they can turn to Christ as well. I've seen many testimonies of people who used to be porn stars, people who used to be serial killers, people who just used to do the most vile, disgusting things, and they have turned to Christ. So it's just anything is possible through Christ. There's hope for every single one of us through Jesus Christ. So my thing is, just please forgive, because it is so important to just forgive, to let go. The pros to forgiving, I mean, it's everything. There's no cons to forgiving, to be honest. Everything is good about forgiving. You put that hatred in your heart, you put it to the side. You no longer have that hatred in your heart no more. It's gone. Because if you are, yes, you repented, you are living for God, you are living a godly life, but you haven't forgiven, are you really even living a godly life? If you haven't forgiven someone in your life, that hatred stays in your heart, and it's not gonna go away till you genuinely forgive them. And if obviously if you're having a really hard time trying to forgive that person or that multiple people, ask God, pray to God. Like, we have such a privilege to even be able to speak to God wherever we are, whenever we can. Because in the Old Testament, we all know that wasn't possible. You had to go to a specific place. You had to go to a specific place to actually speak to the Lord. And now we can speak to Him, like in this very room. I can speak to Him right now. So it is such a privilege. Please take advantage of praying. Like, pray, and ask Him to give you that forgiveness in your heart. Ask Him to allow to forgive these people how He forgave you. Ask Him for all that, because I know it is hard. It is very hard to forgive people, and especially when they've done disgusting things to you. We've all been there. We've all had that one person who in our eyes is unforgivable, but in God's eyes they are forgivable. So one thing is, if you say you forgive someone, this is how I knew this is true forgiveness. I saw this in a video. It was like somebody who took a live of they were like ministering in their house and preaching in their house, and all that. And you know how like Instagram, when you take a live and the video saved. So I was watching that live video, and there's this girl. She said that she knew she didn't forgive someone. Like, she said, yeah, I forgive them, but deep inside she knew she didn't forgive them because she didn't care if they went to hell or not. And that right there blew my mind. I was like, wow, that is probably the most perfect way to explain if you even forgive someone or not. Because hell, I don't think y'all realize, like some people don't realize that hell is so bad, demons don't even want to be there. Think about it. Hell is that bad that demons don't even want to be there. Demons are wandering this earth. Demons are trying to find houses. The houses are us. And they're just trying to find a body to live in. They don't even want to be in hell. That's why I don't know if y'all seen deliverance videos, but in deliverance, and even the Bible says that when you're getting delivered, like you're gonna be screaming, you're gonna be crying, and that's not you. That's the demon in you, because they don't want to go back to hell. They don't want to go. They don't want to leave you, because that's how bad hell is. So this whole, like, I've been seeing like a lot of, for example, like celebrities and artists that, you know, all of them show their alliance to Satan. But I be seeing they think that hell is like as an actual kingdom. Like they think that it's portrayed as in like you like see like a huge mansion and just like, you know, Satan is in that mansion. It's like they literally portray it as like it's an actual kingdom. Like yes, it's a kingdom of darkness, but it's not an actual kingdom. It is horrible. Horrible. Like I've seen some testimonies of people who have God has brought them to hell to open their eyes to see how hell really is, and has brought them to multiple types of heavens as well. And it's just awful. It's so awful. And once y'all realize how awful hell is, even the person who did the most dirtiest, disgusting thing to you, you want them to go to hell. You genuinely would not want them to go to hell. And I know the other day I was reading the Bible. I was reading Psalms, and I was reading a part, I can't remember it exactly, but it was a part where it was talking about what God does to the wicked, what his wrath does to the wicked. And I was even thinking about, obviously I've forgiven them, and this is how I know I've truly forgiven them as well, because I was even thinking about the people of this world, the people who have done me so dirty in my life. And I was even thinking, I don't even want this to happen to them. I genuinely don't even want this wrath that God has. I don't even want this to happen to them. And there's clearly no fear of God in this world anymore. So I remember just watching another video of a street preacher, and he was going to these gay, it wasn't a parade, it was these gay like get the LGBTQ like get-togethers or whatever in these parks or whatever, and he would obviously preach the gospel to them. And there's this one guy, I guess it was a guy, I can't even tell, child. Anyways, there was this one guy who was saying that he was saying basically he thought that these street preachers were judging him, which they weren't. They were spreading the gospel. They weren't judging him. He thought that they were judging them, and he was saying that he would rather have God judge him. And I like was immediately like, me and the people in the video, they were immediately like, Lord, forgive him for what he just said, because of it's the ignorance. It's the ignorance of never knowing of God, never actually reading the Bible, and never actually knowing God, because so many people and like this world have been stuck in religion and not relationship. So, and this is why forgiveness is so important too. It's just when you forgive, it's like you literally have this weight on your shoulders and it just let go. When you forgive, you feel so free. You don't feel so attached to this world anymore. But as strange as it sounds, it really does feel like that. Once you forgive someone, you don't feel so attached. You don't feel so attached to the world. You don't care about the world. And you also got to realize there's also another verse that where it's in the New Testament, can't remember exactly, where I think it was Jesus who said that our enemies are not flesh and blood. It is spirit. It is a spirit. It is a spirit world. So ever since I've been in this journey with God, I started to realize with even my own family that nobody is saved in my family. I'm the only one saved at the moment. That's gonna change though. But so like even when, for example, when I'm about to get mad at them, I'm about to get mad at someone in the road, somebody, because they're acting crazy, they're acting very like just so rude and angry and all this other stuff, I always remind myself that is not them. That is not them. That is disgusting, vile things in them. That is spirits, unclean spirits in that person. So you gotta always just keep that mindset too. Like, even though it's so hard, because it's like you're looking at them, you're thinking it's the flesh, it's the blood, but that is not our enemies. That is not the ones we need to be against. That but what we're against is spiritual. It's spiritual. It's the kingdom of darkness. That's the ones we are against. So we're not forgiving. You're letting the kingdom, first off, you're blocking your blessings. You're always gonna have hatred in your heart. God is not actually gonna ever forgive you if you don't forgive them. And also, it gives that person a chance. Before y'all think like, okay, good, I don't want them to get that chance, you're not truly forgiving. But you're gonna be giving that person a chance to go to God, because if you don't forgive that person, first off, God's not gonna forgive neither one of you. He's not gonna forgive you nor that other person, and that other person is never gonna get a chance to actually be of God, to be of Christ. So it's so important. It's so important. I can't imagine even just being called a Christian without forgiving others. And that's another thing. Like, be like Christ. Be like Christ, that he forgives in a quickness. If somebody does something dirty to you, forgive them immediately. Forgive them immediately. And even if you're not like feeling it at the moment like that, just forgive them and ask for God for forgiveness to their hearts, to your hearts. Forgiveness. Just ask for it. But yeah, I'm gonna just end it. It's a short video today. I'm gonna just end it at that note. But I just really wanted to get that out there, because it's honestly very important, especially with your journey of God. If you really want to get that relationship with God, that I feel like that's like probably the second most important thing to repenting. First repenting, and then second is forgiving. Well, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope you have a blessed week, blessed month, blessed year, blessed day. Thank you. Yeah, one more thing before this is like a separate video now, but one more thing, I forgot to say that this is how important forgiveness is, and how God needs you to forgive so he can move in your life. I actually once had a dream of, it was one time I had a dream that I was at my parents' house, and I was like in like the living room / kitchen area, and there was this guy there. I can't remember his face exactly, but he was this guy, and he had like he was like with dark hair, dark eyes. He was literally a human, but there was like a sort of just like light to him. There is so much brightness to him. And I remember he told me, I don't know if he said my mom's name or he said your mom, but I know he was talking about my mom. And he was saying, I can't work with her if she doesn't forgive. And I remember it was literally clear as day, and he looked very frustrated. He wasn't angry, he was just frustrated. He was just like, I can't work with her if she's not gonna forgive. And that was so like, and he was talking about my mom. So obviously I immediately told this to my mom, because clearly, like, you know, there's for sure some sort of resentment in her heart that she hasn't forgiven someone in her life. But that's how, you know, that's how important forgiving is. Like, literally, I don't care what nobody says, that was really like something straight from God. And I'm almost positive that was probably even like her, probably, I don't know, I ain't God, but that was probably like her angel, her guardian angel, if anything. But yeah, that's what I wanted to just say. I wanted to add that. I forgot to say that. Thank you.